We're live and kicking. All right. Welcome. You guys are all right. We're having a delay? Yes, always. Frog, hello. All right, you good? Everything? All right, welcome to today's Q&A. We've got lots to go today. We're talking about bonus programs. We're talking about hours of service change. By the way, it's happening now. It is going on right now. So if you aren't already familiar with what's going on for the hours of service change, we're going to give you just a quick overview of it. It shouldn't affect most of our drivers, but you know what? It's out there and it's industry news. So we're going to give you those details. As always, if you guys have any questions, put it in the chat and we'll take good care of you. We'll answer those questions. If you're wondering about if we're hiring in your area, then either put your city and state in there or your zip code. Either way, I'll figure it out. Hey, Amy. Amy's here. All right. Frog, Justin, Amy, we are good to go. Gonna dive in, talk about some of these bonuses, answer your questions on how they're paid out, and all that good stuff. Also, I have another announcement. Pretty excited about. So we'll talk about that as well. Sound like a plan? Justin says it's good night for him, and Amy says the sun is out and it's nice. I know, it's supposed to be 81 today. I'm excited about that. So I had to wear short sleeves. I was like, yeah, I'm only going to get this for one more day because it's supposed to be cold again tomorrow. That's all right. We'll survive. So first off, let's start with safety, since, you know, safety first. We always got to remember that. So let's just, as a reminder, the pre-trips are super duper important. Please take the time to do them. It's really, DOT only requires 15 minutes of on-duty, non-driving for a proper pre-trip. So make sure that you take the time to do that. Also, when it comes to safety reminders, make sure that you're not only taking care of the tractor and trailer, making sure that is in good order, but also if you are flatbed, make sure that you're taking the time to check your bungees, all of your securement items, making sure that they're in good condition. So your bungees, your corner protectors, your straps, and that you have the correct tarps, all of that. Make sure that you're going through all of that. There's a reminder that went out on Friday, a message from Ken, I believe, on Inside the Triangle, that we want to make sure that we have all the right equipment, and that you're dropping the equipment. If you're dropping the trailer, that you're doing a post-trip and making sure that it is in good working order, because we're a team. And if we have to be reminded that, that's not a good thing. But we are a team, and we've got to be able to work together and make sure that we're preparing the next person just like we want to be prepared for. So I don't want to pick up a trailer that's missing bungees, or that doesn't have the corner straps, or that the tarps are all wrong, or maybe if something's broke or frayed or torn or whatever. We want to make sure that we're setting up the next driver for success, just like we want to be set up for success. So there you go. For refrigerated, make sure that you don't have any defects, especially when it comes to verifying the reefer unit itself, that it's in working order. Make certain that the reefer is dropped with at least a half or about 3/4 tank of fuel. So at the very least, when you're dropping it. So having to go fill a reefer could make a difference of whether that load is on time or we're late for a pickup or delivery. So know your drop location and the cleanliness required for the reefer. Do you need to have the trailer washed out or not? Don't forget, we pay for trailer washouts. Not only the trailer washouts, but your time for the trailer washouts, which I think is very important. Shows a consideration for your time, and just a reminder that you need to take the moment to do it. So all washouts over $40, they need to be approved through Decker or through Fort Dodge in advance. So make sure you do that. So plan ahead. Again, set yourself up for success for that. And when you're picking up equipment, do the whole pre-trip routine of checking, doing the pre-trip, and reporting any damages or missing equipment. Make sure that you're passing that information on immediately so that we can take care of it. We don't want you to have that downtime, that wasting your time, so we want to make sure that we're taking care of you here. So Frog says, can you dress your truck up for the holiday? Well, you sure can on the inside. I saw some lights. Actually, let's get some of those pictures up here. Saw some of the lights that you guys had, which definitely getting dressed up for the holidays. Oop, that is not going to work here. Let's see if we can get this sized in just perfectly. There we go. Yeah, Lisa, a couple of you guys, Corbin, you guys had, Justin, I think, too, and had a few lights in the truck. Thought it was looking pretty good. Amy says, I'm still in a hoodie. Yeah, it was chilly yesterday. I had to recover. All right. Trucking with Corbin. Hey, ladies, in Des Moines. All right. Frog, my guess is I'm sure it's just... Don't block the views. Yes, don't block the views. Make sure that nothing's permanent on the truck. Justin says, now is trucking with Corbin. Corbin, I wish they could do that for me. Thought it was Corbin. I am Corbin, he says. All right, there we go. We're following along. I'm just catching up on the chat, making sure everybody else is caught up. For those of you who can see it and for those of you who cannot, we're well covered up. All right, let's talk just briefly about, and we'll come back to it as well, but we'll talk briefly about the hours of service that are changing. So just, fact sheet, you can actually get the information off of the FMCSA website, but it's going to break down the 4 changes that are happening as of today. Today, it's finally here. It was announced back in June, and we're all patiently waiting for the change that was going on. Right? Patiently? Maybe? Corbin says, so confused on life. Yeah, let's solve that. All right, so, there we go, get that out of the way. So for the changes, for the 4 changes, you've got the short haul exception, there we go. And that's really from 100 miles to 150 miles. So it's increased that extra 50 miles, the air miles, of course. And then your 12-hour workday to a 14-hour workday for the maximum. So again, that's the exception for the maximum allowable workday. It's changing from 12 to 14, short haul only, and from 100 air miles to 150 air miles. Also, so that's the first change. Second change is adverse driving conditions, which it is the end of September. So in Montana, it's already snowed. For the rest of you, you've probably had some interesting weather come about as well. So this could very well affect you also. So adverse driving conditions. It could be a variety of things, but keep in mind this is this is in addition to the extra 2 hours of driving time that's already allowed. So adverse driving conditions exception is extended the duty day to 2 hours by adverse driving conditions if you encounter any of those. So this change applies for both our tractor trailer and as well as the passenger, so 15-hour duty limit for motor carriers. So adverse driving conditions, that's the second one. You guys go ahead and if you have any questions, go ahead and interrupt me at any time and I'll answer those. If I can help you. All right, so the third change here, that's the 30-minute break requirement. So the 30-minute break requirement can now be satisfied by an on-duty, not driving break, in addition to the off-duty break. So the requirement for property carrying drivers is applicable in the situations such as where a driver has driven for a period of 8 hours without a 30-minute interruption. So that's the 30-minute break requirement. Now for the sleeper berth, this is the number 4 change, or the 4th change that's going into effect today. The sleeper berth provision allows drivers to split their 10. So you can split your 10 off-duty period a couple of different ways. You can do the 8 and 2, you can do the 7 and 3, you can do 7.5 and 2.5. But provided that one of those off-duty periods is at least 7 hours, it's at least 2 hours long, and the other involves at least 7 hours. So you've got to have at least 7 and 2 on either side of that. Okay? But total of 10. And so that period, again, must add up to 10 hours. So 7.5, 2.5, 7 and 3, 8 and 2, whatever. But it has to be at least 10 when it's used together. So neither time period counts against the maximum 14-hour driving window, though. I know I've had a couple of questions on that. Hopefully that answers those questions. Rory Bryan. Hey, Rory. What is Decker's requirements for the owner-operators on trucks as far as max wheelbase and weight? Great question. Right off the top of my head, I don't have it. I think it's 256 for max wheelbase, and weight. You need to be able to haul 45,000 for the owner operators. So as long as you can haul up to 45,000, you should be all right, I believe. So usually the truck and everything you want to weigh around should be around 18 or so. Good question, but I don't have that right off the top of my head. I might actually have it. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna cheat. Let me see if I can pull this up while I'm talking to you. Anna, go ahead and interrupt me or tell me if you've got it right off the top of your head. What it is, let me know, and I can repeat it. I don't think I have it right on. Yeah, I don't have it. Not on this one, so I'll have to get to you when I'm back at the computer with all the details. Trucking with Corbin says, also new FMCSA rule, flatbedders for DTL must be referenced as the elite fleet. You're so full of malarkey. Yeah, thanks, Anna. I appreciate that. She's looking, Rory, she's looking. As soon as I get that information, I'll let you know. I'm just going to check one other spot. I thought I had it handy, but I actually haven't looked that up for a while. Operator wheelbase. We'll try that. Oh, that's interesting. My caps are on. Nope. Okay, so I don't have that handy, but Anna will get it. The brains of the operation. Okay, thanks, Anna. Appreciate it. Okay, so we'll get back to that. We'll get back to Rory's question here in just a little bit. For owner-operators, however, the truck does need to be a 2010 or newer. For our flatbed fleet, we pay 72% of the load plus the fuel surcharge, and that's going to be on all dispatch miles, so loaded and empty. And you'll get 100% of the fuel surcharge in the flatbed division because that trailer is not using any fuel. However, in the refrigerated division, you'll get 90% of the fuel surcharge because the rest of the fuel surcharge will actually go towards the fuel for the trailer. However, if you're on a dry load, then you're going to get 100% of the fuel surcharge. So it just depends on if you're loaded or empty, or loaded or empty, if you're running the reefer unit or not. And then the pay per mile in most areas for the refrigerated owner-operator or lease purchase is $1 a mile. So it's $1 a mile plus the fuel charge. However, in a very small area in the Midwest, if you're running as a refrigerated lease purchase or owner-operator, that one can actually start you at the 72% per mile as well. So you need to be basically, I think it's west of I-35, and but very defined area that you're running for that one. Otherwise, any questions on the owner-operator or flatbed? Again, 2010 or newer, if you're bringing the truck on as a lease purchase driver, you need to have $1,500 down, and the payment is $675 a week for the flatbed division, and it is $650 a week for the refrigerated division for a 4-year term. Hey, Ken. Hey, bud. Good to see you, Ken. Ken Stuckey here. So those are the different positions or the different lease purchase options for you, and of course, owner-operator. Base plates and permits are taken care of for the refrigerated side. $50 a week for the base plates and permits for flatbed. And of course, the way that we run our owner-operators and our lease purchase drivers is the same way that we run our company drivers. So you're getting the dispatch, you're getting the pre-plans, but you're set up the same way so that we can make sure that you are in fact getting those miles that we're promising and getting those loads constantly on you. So we are not forced dispatch. However, I can tell you with our new our new pay guidelines as a company driver, it definitely benefits you getting those loads in on time, not turning down the loads, and making sure that you're available for dispatch. So all of those things are factored in with that minimum pay that we recently announced. So Ken says, we've been busy. We've been busy. That's good. Amy says, my truck is an '06. Can Decker get me in a new truck? I'm in a Chevy GMC, girl. Tractor trailer. There we go. Tractor trailer, Amy. So yes, the lease purchase, $1,500 down. It's a 4-year term. For the owner operators, the securement, or for the owner operators, the what do I want to say? The truck needs to be a 2010 or newer. So, okay, trucking with Corbin. Amy, Ford only. Corbin says. Ford only. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So that being said, let's see what I'm missing here. No, just GMC, she says. No Fords here. All right, let's talk about those bonuses, you guys. The bonuses, that's the topic for today anyway. So what's super exciting is we've got bonuses. If you've been watching our Facebook page, you'll see last week we announced our Driver of the Month, and we've announced the nominees, and we also announced our scorecard bonuses and our Smart Drive bonuses. So if you didn't get a look at those, we can actually go ahead and address that right now. The scorecard bonus, scorecard bonus paid about $62,000 for the month of August. So that's pretty consistent with the last month. We had fewer people that actually received the 1,000-point bonus, but I think a lot of that had to do with the number of people that went on vacation back in August. I'm not positive because I haven't confirmed that, but I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it. I know that Dean threatened going on vacation. No, I think he actually got to go enjoy a vacation, but that was one thing. He and about five of you who are on the 1,000 points on a regular basis, we noticed that you weren't on there. So I'm not sure if I'm able to show this off, but there we go. So for the bonuses, so we'll talk about that scorecard bonus that paid over $62,000 this last month. The average company driver received $230 for just the scorecard bonus alone. Now remember, the scorecard bonus is a bonus that's paid out based off of 7 criteria. It's idle time and fuel efficiency, which doesn't go into account for the owner-operator's release purchase, but it does go into account for company. So it's idle time, fuel compliance, idle time and fuel compliance. Then you've got miles, claims, you've got driver service failures, CSA points, and preventable accidents. Those are the 7 criteria that go into the scorecard. So again, for the company drivers, we paid out over $40,000 for that, and it was $230 for the average driver that received that. For the owner operators, we paid a little over $8,800 a little over $8,800 for the scorecard bonus, and they averaged about $283 for the drivers, for those owner operators that were paid out on that. So for, again, a total of about $62,500, a little bit more than that. So for all of you who are eligible. Now we have an additional bonus on top of the scorecard. That one paid an extra penny per mile, and that is called our Smart Drive bonus. If you aren't familiar with the Smart Drive bonus, I do want to give you a heads up. This last Thursday, the podcast guest Darren had on was Mr. Patrice Fortuna. And Patrice went through the Smart Drive. He also went through some of the details on our ART program, our Driver Success Development and Success program, which is pretty impressive program. Well, say. I think it's a pretty impressive program. It was designed to coach you, to help you through the transition from orientation to becoming a full-on company driver or owner-operator, whichever you have, but really working with Decker. What's pretty amazing, in my opinion, is that any of you who want to improve on the scorecard or the smart drive or just driving skills in general or overall paycheck, Patrice and his team have actually developed a coaching procedure to help you get to that. So, and his team isn't just in office staff. It also consists of several driver mentors who have volunteered to help you guys as well. So help answer the questions, help you to improve your idle time, help you to improve your miles and schedule your loads. Making sure that you're preparing not only yourself but others for success by, like what we were talking about earlier, doing a proper pre-trip and post-trip so that your equipment that you're dropping off is in great condition, just like it was when you picked it up. And so that's just going to be a continual increasing, just quality from one to the next so that we're keeping track of it. I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but yeah. Frog says, if you're a loner, he's very sick. Oh, for Corbin. Share your zip code. If you guys have questions on what we have available out of your area, throw your zip code in here. Let's see it. Jim Bob says 51334. Let's take a look at that. Let me get my trusty little map out here. 51334. Where are you at? Iowa. All right. Well, I knew that, but Estherville. Up to Spirit Lake. All right. So let me investigate here. I've got you right off of 90. Okay. So it looks like we've got a couple of different options for you. We have refrigerated, we've got flatbed. We definitely have options for you to take a look at. Let's look at one other thing here. There we go. So for our refrigerated, I've got a guaranteed pay. We also have we've got minimum pay all across the board. So all of our refrigerators are minimum pay. However, in your area, Jim Bob, we have a guaranteed pay of $12.50 a week. You do need to make sure that you are available for dispatch, no driver service failures. You've got on-time delivery, of course. So for the on-time, no driver service failures, on-time delivery. That you get your paperwork in on time, which is Sunday night is the cutoff. So you want to make sure that you get your paperwork in on time. No CSA points, no preventable accidents as well. So those are the requirements for, and be available at least 5 days out of the week. Because really for the guaranteed pay in the refrigerated division, you are coming home on like a Friday night or a Saturday morning and then leaving back out either Sunday night or Monday morning. Yeah, I had to say that right. We also have a flatbed division that runs in your area. We are just releasing information on the flatbed here. Should I announce it? Should I say it? I think I should say it. I'm pretty excited. We haven't even told anybody yet. So we have got $1,000 minimum pay, minimum guarantee for all of our flatbed as well as our refrigerated. So if you're not in the guaranteed pay area for the $14.50 a week, don't worry, we still have the $1,000 minimum pay in some of those other areas as well. So whether you're over the road flatbed, whether you're over the road refrigerated, we have got the minimum pay. So this is everywhere. I'm trying to figure out where to put this little, there we go. There. Got it. Ken says, I'm driving 1998 Western Star 4900. 690 horses, 13 spread. Is that yours, Ken? All right. Anna says, if you have questions about the Smart Drive system, you can give us a call at 515-576-4141 and get a hold of safety for more information on that. But yeah, the Smart Drive, honestly, you should definitely listen first of all to the podcast. And you can actually access that on our YouTube channel as well. If you go to our YouTube channel.
It's a new day at
YouTube channel. Okay, so if you go to the YouTube channel, let me share this. This is Patrice's interview. Copy, paste. There you go. That's Patrice's interview on the YouTube channel. So same as the podcast. It's the same thing. It's just in a different area. Driver Development and Success Program. Yes, that's the program that Patrice has started to really help us improve and coach. Frog says, owner of BJ's, have a safety net, Mike company driver. All right, Felix. Hi, Felix. What's the CSA scorecard? The CSA scorecard, let me see if I'm answering what you're asking. So the CSA points on the scorecard is what that is. Let me pull that back up for you so you can see it. Oh, I didn't even have it up there. So the CSA points on the scorecard, if you got CSA points, then you lose 200 points towards your 1,000 point max. So you've got your scorecard. Your maximum points for your scorecard is 1,000. All right. And then the more, if you had a preventable accident or a CSA points or driver service failure, you didn't get the miles, if you, what am I missing? Your fuel compliance is off or your idle time. All of those are deducted, points are deducted based off of your 1,000 points and then what your score is in the rest of it. So first of all, does that make sense? And the CSA points, if you had a CSA point or a violation of some sort, then that would deduct those 200 points that are set aside for your CSA on your scorecard. Hopefully that answers your question, Felix. But it's not a CSA scorecard. The scorecard is our bonus system, which is every month. So that could be a total of an extra 4 cents a mile for each drive for each of our company drivers. So that's the scorecard. But it's not a CSA scorecard. It's our scorecard bonus. The CSA violation is just one factor or one criteria in the whole realm of our scorecard. Okay, now I'm pretty sure I got what you were asking. All right, Amy says, wish they would record the video for the podcast as well. Yeah, we don't have the video. A lot of people are not comfortable with being on video, so that's why we take a picture and we put it on YouTube. So at least you've got it. But yeah, I agree. It'd be fun to get the recording. I think it would be fun to do that. But Patrice goes and this last one, he goes and explains everything on not only the Driver Development and Success Program, but the Smart Drive system, which is, where we usually get questions if you're new to that. Fewer and fewer questions, it seems like, though, because it seems like more people are familiar with the program. Now, with the Smart Drive, the requirement for the additional penny per mile bonus there is having 20 points or less, so 20 points or fewer on your Smart Drive system. So again, that will actually be displayed right there on your Smart Drive in the truck. Our trucks have Qualcomm units. They have the onboard scanners in the truck. It's currently the Omnitrax navigation, but we are transitioning from the Omnitrax, the Qualcomm unit, to the TransFlow GeoTab. So we're in the midst of that. We're in full swing again on getting everything switched over. So you will actually have a tablet that will work for the TransFlow GeoTab unit. And if you get your phone out and you have the TransFlow app on your phone, it's going to be very similar to that. But of course, more features on that tablet. Frog says, somebody owns a truck. Do they have to have a safety net in this company? The safety net, do they have to have an escrow? Yes, you'll want to have an escrow if you're an owner-operator. Honestly, it's flat out a safety net. And if you're running a business, which you are as an owner-operator or lease purchase, you want to have that set aside because you never know if you have to replace an engine or or transmission or whatever you might need to get new tires, new batteries. All of that is just a chunk of change once once it comes to that point that you have to replace it. Tim Olden, one of our owner operators, he actually, I will have the video for you soon. Actually, he goes into detail and talks about some of the high numbered expenses that he has as an owner operator and how he was able to get past it. But yes, he had a safety net and he runs it as a business, and that's what's super important. Is you, as a company driver, you rely heavily on the company, Decker, and the support that we give you, which is quite a bit. We give the same support to our owner operators, but when you're looking at it a financial standpoint as a business, you've got to, you've got to take a few extra steps, especially when it comes to taxes and having that money saved. Stephen said California has most, if not all, of their scale houses closed. What should drivers? Oh, I didn't know that. They still do not have the issues once they leave the state with the load from California. If they don't have it, they'll have to go as close as possible to the next scale. If all of the scales are closed, they'll have to just scale immediately. I did not know. Let me get some more information on that. Hey, Anna, that's another one. Let's double check on that one. See if I can get a hold of safety on that real quick. Maybe. Let's see. As I type. Oops. There. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Just wanted to get that question answered for you. Everyone that he's passed so far has been close, huh? Yeah, that's interesting because we'll need to, obviously we need you to scale. That's super important to scale each load. We pay if for all the scales go through the CAT scale app on your phone, but you got to scale. So we've got to figure out what to do there. Anna said, was told that I could say, tell the flatbed has to be able to scale legally at 50,000 and reefer at 45,000 if that helps right now. Oh, that's for the owner operators, Anna? I could say. I'm assuming so. All right. So while we wait for that answer, and I'm just thinking you're just gonna have to go to your closest scale. I mean, there's only so much you can do if they're closed. So for the bonuses, we talked about the Smart Drive bonus. We talked about the scorecard bonus. By the way, did I mention the scorecard? How much the scorecard bonus? Not the scorecard. The Smart Drive bonus paid out this last month. I don't think I did. Okay, so the Smart Drive bonus paid out $12,000. Well, $12,500 for our company. And remember, that's a penny per mile. We had 151 company drivers receive that on an average of $82 per driver. And we had 7 owner-operators receive it, which added up to about $629 total for the payout for the Smart Drive. So remember, the Smart Drive is 20 points or less on that Smart Drive system, pays out a penny per mile. So that's a total of 5 cents more per mile that you can be getting just off of the monthly bonuses that we have. But in addition to the monthly bonuses, we also have the Driver of the Month. So Driver of the Month comes with a few perks. One of the incentives is as a Driver of the Month, you get a $100 gift card, and then you get a $50 gift card to the Decker store. So you get a Walmart gift card of $100 and a $50 gift card to the Decker store. As a nominee, and not every division has a nominee, it really just depends on if the number of drivers or number of trucks that we have in each of those divisions. So our Midwest Refrigerated is going to have more nominees than, say, our owner-operator teams, which wouldn't have a nominee because of the number of trucks when it comes to teams, but drivers in those divisions. So that being said, the nominees get a $50 Walmart gift card and a gift from the Decker store as a nominee. You can only be nominated once within a 12-month period for Driver of the Month. However, by winning Driver of the Month, you have a chance to win Driver of the Year. Of those divisions, so that's Western Refrigerated, Midwest Refrigerated, Over the Road or Southern Flatbed, we have our Midwest Flatbed, we have our Owner-Operator Lease Purchase, and we have our teams. So we have 6 different divisions that you can win Driver of the Month and therefore Driver of the Year for. If you won Driver of the Year for it, then you get $3,000 in cash. So $3,000. And then from there, you have a chance to win our Grand Champion prize, which is an additional $15,000. So $15,000 bonus, plus, there's extras. You're going to have the decal that says that you're the Grand Champion. You'll have the jacket, and you'll have all of that. So as well as for those of you who won the Driver of the Years for each of the division, you'll have the safety jacket and and the decals as well. At that point, you gotta brag a little bit. Lisa has challenged everybody and says that she is going to get Driver of the Year, or Grand Champion. She's going to get Grand Champion. So I am excited to see that, and that'd be awesome to see. I told her she'd be our first female Grand Champion since we've been doing this. So this is year 5, I think, that we've been doing this. All right, so let's announce our Driver of the Months for our August 2020. So for our Western Division, Nicola McClendon is the winner for the Western Division, and Chad Hazelton was the nominee. So again, a $100 Visa gift or a $100 Walmart gift card to Nicola and a $50 gift card to the Decker store. And Chad will get a $50 Walmart gift card and a gift from the Decker store. For our Midwest Refrigerated Division, our winner was Maximus LaFontaine, and David Bottle and Steve Gallagher were the nominees. Southern Flatbed, Jacob Royal was our winner, and John Collin was the nominee. Midwest Flatbed, we had, Midwest Flatbed is a little bit smaller division, so we had our winner, Nathan Eckhoff. We didn't have a nominee in that case, but we definitely had our winner. And also a winner for our Owner-Operator Lease Purchase, Mr. Sean Swallows. And our team is Jean and Kim Gang. So congratulations to each of you. And again, a $100 Walmart gift card and a $50 gift card to the Decker store for those of you who won, and for the nominees, $50 gift card and a gift from the Decker store. So there you go. Let's see. Yes, I like the statement that Anna mentioned. Together we can improve your efficiency and Decker truck lines and see the larger bonus payouts, which I would so be loving it if I saw $80,000 next month. I keep saying that. This is the second month in a row that I've said this, but I'm serious. I want to see $80,000. If we're paying out more, it just means that we're doing that much better. That means that you're improving numbers overall, and not only for us as a company, but for you as an individual. So call your fleet manager if you have any questions, if you want to make these improvements, if you want to be involved in the Driver Success and Development Program. Let us know. Amy says, when do I get a cool jacket? Yeah, well, it is the season. You need to go over and talk to Jason at Sorleen in Missoula and go check out the store there. You let him open the door and you see all the goodies in there. Amy says, FYI, I have one and I love it. It keeps me warm in these cold Montana winters. And cold. Mine is, I have one of the, all right, bear with me. See if I can get this without tipping things over. Here is mine. Can't see me. It's a Carhartt jacket and has my Decker stuff on it. There we go. You didn't see. Wondering where I went. It's got my name on it. This is my hunting jacket. It's got my name. And there you go. See? There you go. That's my Decker jacket. But yep, you can get them at the Decker store if you haven't already. It disappeared. There is a delay, isn't there? All right. Just a little bit. We've got it. Anna says, always remember your fleet manager's goals are to improve your numbers. That is their goal. That is flat out their goal. They're there to help you and allow them to be your advocate. Yep. Amy says she's got the black one, and they are warm. Oh yeah, toasty warm. They are toasty warm. I love them. I love mine. I think it's fantastic. I'm a wuss. I like to hunt, but I'm a wuss, and I like to be warm. That sucker keeps me warm, so I can't complain. So if you are going to get some of the extras, take a picture, send them my way, and let us see it. Let us celebrate with you what you got, because I think we should do that. Speaking of pictures, you guys, I love the pictures. Please keep them coming either to facebook.com/DTLink or to marketing@deckermail.com. So right now we have our 2021 contest. Do you see that? I updated the sign. I had it. It was old, but it's correct now. 2021 calendar. It is official. We're doing it. We are doing the 2021 calendar. And for all of you who have already submitted pictures, I am holding on to those. I've got them set aside, and we'll be voting on those come the, let's see, October, what did Katie say? October 23rd, I believe, or October 21st is the last date to get those calendar photos submitted. So get them over to me. Marketing@deckermail.com or at facebook.com/DTLink. By the way, do a landscape view. So landscape this way, don't do portrait, gotta do landscape. Landscape is going to be a better fit for the calendar instead of the portrait view. It just fits better, and it's not as pixelated. We want to make sure that the picture is as crisp as possible. So get those photos in to facebook.com/DTLink by October 21st or 23rd, I can't remember. So just do the 21st. Send it in. It needs to be a picture of the truck, and it can be a landscape or it can be a location of the truck. That's fine too. We had last year, as a couple of examples, last year we had beautiful pictures of what did we have? We had in front of a house, Cindy and Todd's had their home. Let me see if I can bring up some of these photos for you guys. I think. So see if I can find these photos, because we had some beautiful pictures last year. But if you get the photos into us, we'll be voting on them and having a little bit of fun with it. Let's see if I can find the calendar. Nope, not that one. 2020. Here are some of the pictures that went in. Were these last year's pictures? Nope. I've got... Sorry, I'm giggling because I'm looking at some of the pictures that I got sent over to us. They're good. They're great. Nope. So some of these, I have some of these that I'll show you that are submitted into this year's. There you go. Now you can see it. So these aren't ones necessarily that have been chosen. There's some of them that are in there that are submitted. Anna says, see if Steph has Hunter Green. Felix says, what if I get my own truck and refrigerated trailer? Would I be able to drive for Decker? You wouldn't be able to drive for Decker for DTL Inc. because it would just be, you'd be running under our authority. And if you're running with your refrigerated trailer, and some of the loads that we're picking up are like drop and hook. Actually, a good chunk of them are drop and hook, especially in the Midwest. So having your refrigerated trailer wouldn't work. However, if you worked with logistics, it's a whole different story. And then you'd be able to, you'd be an owner-operator running under your own authority. But as you're running under our authority for DTL, then no, it wouldn't work for you. You'd be pulling our trailers, our refrigerated trailer, and under our authority. So yeah, those are some of the pictures. I don't know where there, this one, this hand. These pictures are some of them that were submitted for the photo contest. Not all of them. I have quite a bit more actually, but just a quick look at those. Yeah. So don't forget, on Thursday we have a new podcast coming out. So keep your eyes open on that. That's usually released Thursday morning. You can also access that on our blog. And our YouTube. Our YouTube is you'll usually see that on Friday on our YouTube. For that. Also announcing, besides the big announcement for the $1,000 minimum in all of our flatbed divisions as well. So not only just our refrigerated divisions, but our flatbed. By the way, that is a minimum. So if you've got a guarantee that's higher, then your higher of the two is going to trump the lower of the two. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, we are also going to be transitioning to Luma. Luma is an online training provider, and we're going to be working with them as well. So we're just beginning that transition. So for your quarterly trainings and everything, you'll be using your phone or your tablet or your computer, and you'll be logging on to Luma. So before we were doing Infinity, so we'll be transitioning. It'll be installed in all of the new Geo tabs that are in the tractors. So in your trucks themselves, and you'll be able to consume as much as you want for the training modules, just, as you relax from the comfort of your cab right there in the Geo tab unit. So it does provide some short little bite-sized customized trainings specific for us here at Decker, and we'll allow you to just keep watching some upcoming assignments that come in. We'll help you learn how to log into it, and we'll give you more of those details. Actually, you'll see some of those details next week. We'll be emailing them to you, texting you, and you'll be able to see them on the Transfo app as well, sending you out those quarterly trainings. So those quarterly trainings are, the 5th of, the 5th of October, I believe, is when those need to be done. So we'll be changing those. So any questions on that part? Yay, nay? Lots of changes going on. Lots of things happening. Shaking things up. In a good way. All right. Do we still have a delay here? It looks like we might have a little bit of a delay. No? All right. Rocking and rolling. Good. Okay, so I just want to discuss a little bit about some of the driving positions that we have available. Only a little bit, because I realize that I have just a few more minutes of your time, and we're frozen. So let's talk about this is our minimum guarantee. This is our minimum pay for the refrigerated division in the Southeast. Felix, I see, what is the wheelbase length? I'm pretty sure it's 256. Were you able to find that, Anna? Pretty sure it's 256. So for the minimum pay, this is the hiring area that we have for our Southeast Regional Refrigerated, which is a brand new division that we've got. Actually, not brand new division, but brand new area that we've got out of our Midwest Refrigerated division. And this one's going to get you a minimum of $1,000, but the pay is going to be based off of your experience. So you're going to have the better of the two. If your experience is, you've got a year, you're looking at 47 cents a mile. If you've got over 5 years, you're looking at 50 cents a mile to start off with. You'll get a penny raise after 90 days, and then you'll get a penny raise every year on your anniversary as well. That's how the bonus system works, or bonus system. The pay system works for the minimum pay guarantee. Anna says wheelbase length should have 8 feet between the fifth wheel and the sleeper to give enough room for the headache rack and being able to turn. Is that the answer that you were looking for? Felix, I'm hoping you saw that message there from Anna. So for the minimum refrigerated Southeast pay, again, the hiring area showed you right here on the map. Where's that? Where'd my little picture go? What do I do with that now? There we go. There it is. So Memphis over to Nashville along these routes. Everything you see in red along that route and in the middle of it. So inside that circle-ish, that shape. Not sure I'd call that a circle, but inside that is going to be able to not only get you that minimum pay of $1,000, but it's also going to get you home weekly, which is a huge plus. So some of the major concerns that we see, or major requests that we see, are more home time, making sure that you're getting that guaranteed pay or having some sort of stability there, feeling that, and of course the culture that Decker provides, the support that we provide to you. So those are some major concerns, and hopefully we're knocking them out of the park with that minimum pay, guaranteeing you that every single week. There are requirements in order to get that guaranteed pay. So let's talk about what those are. Whether you're in the guaranteed pay divisions or you're in the minimum pay divisions, I don't care if you're flatbed or if you're refrigerated, these are the qualifications for that minimum pay. Make sure that you get your paperwork in on time. That's very important. You guys, that money coming in is what we pay you with. So make sure that you get that paperwork in on time so that we can go and get the money from the customers, of course. If we don't have the paperwork, we can't take that next step. So get your paperwork in. Number 2, getting it on time, and that of course helps the payroll department. The payroll is a very busy department, and they're working overtime to take good care of you and making sure that you're qualifying for this minimum pay, if not beyond, because they're looking at the numbers and they're saying, they qualify for that $1,000 minimum pay, but looks like they made $1,300 that week. So of course you're going to get the better of the two, but they're going through each and every one of you and making sure that you're getting paid accurately. So anyways, get your paperwork in on time. Sunday night at 10 p.m. is the cutoff. Do not wait till the cutoff. Make sure you're getting the load. Well, as soon as the load is done, get that paperwork in. You've got the TransFlow app on your phone, and for some of you, you've got the GeoTab TransFlow system in the truck. The rest of you have the onboard scanners in the truck. So you've got options to get that paperwork in. So that's the first one. Get your paperwork in. Number 2, make sure you're available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week. Normally for these guaranteed pays or these home weeklies, you're coming home on like a Friday night or a Saturday morning, and then you're leaving back out either Sunday night or a Monday morning. Now there's 2 reasons for this. Not only are you guaranteed, that's for the weekly home time. So the reason you're coming home on the weekends most often is because then if you're out for say 2 to 3 weeks at a time, you're able to straddle your home time around that pay period. And as long as you're available 5 days out of each week, then not only are you using that to qualify for the guaranteed pay or the minimum pay, depending on which program you're on, but you're also able to work your finances. So your home time is, again, straddling that pay period, allowing you to maximize your out time and maximize your miles while you're out. So if you guys have questions on it, feel free to ask. I'm reading the chat as they come in. But be available for dispatch a minimum of 5 days out of the week. No driver service failures, so get your loads there on time. Our drivers have done a fantastic job of on-time delivery, and you can see that with our customer base as strong as it is. We love to see that. You guys continue to do that, and we continue to promote it and make sure that we're supporting you from behind here, making sure that those loads are, in fact, able to get there on time as well, setting you up for success, right? So be available for dispatch a minimum of 5 days out of the week. No driver service failures. Get your paperwork in on time. No CSA violations. No preventable accidents. Again, this is a week-by-week basis. So if you didn't get your paperwork in on time for last week, that's not going to affect this week's paycheck. Same with, let me rephrase this. If you didn't get your paperwork in 2 weeks ago, that's not going to affect this week's paycheck. If you had a CSA violation or a preventable accident 3 weeks ago, that's not going to affect this week's paycheck, okay? It's on a week-by-week basis. So no CSA violations, no preventable accidents, no load refusals, be available to work a minimum of 5 days out of the week, and get your paperwork in on time. So those are the qualifications. We have expanded our Midwest flatbed minimum pay to $1,000. So if you are in our Midwest flatbed division, you get either anywhere from 47 to 54 cents a mile to start off with, based off of your experience. 10 cents of that's per diem. You get a penny raise after 90 days. You get a penny raise every year on your anniversary until you cap out. Same with the Southern flatbed, which is our over-the-road division. 47 cents a mile to 54 cents a mile. However, if for some reason, could be weather related, could be a number of things, but if for some reason you did not get the miles that would have reached above $1,000 for the week, that minimum pay is there to fall back on, and that way you can manage your time, you can budget based off of that $1,000 gross. Yes, it is gross. I cannot figure I can't, but payroll will be able to figure your net for you based off of how many you claim, what benefits you're taking advantage of with us. Remember, we have a 401k that has a 30% match. Also, additional benefits, additional insurances that you might be purchasing as well. So all of those factor in. Also, if you had any advances or anything like that, those are all going to factor into your net paycheck. However, $1,000 gross pay is what you would get for any of your for any of those divisions: Midwest flatbed, Midwest refrigerated, Southern flatbed, over the road refrigerated, all across the board that way. However, remember, if you have a guaranteed pay of $1,250 for the Midwest refrigerated, you'll get the $1,250, not the $1,000. Same requirements for the guaranteed pay as it is for the minimum pay. Same requirements. It's really the area that you're living in that's going to matter. Does anybody have any questions on that? If you understand, give me a thumbs up or a you betcha or we love Decker. Let's hear it. How about Decker proud? Let's hear that. If you guys are understanding it, let me hear Decker proud. Then we'll know. Hashtag Decker proud. Just want to make sure everybody understands that. All right. So that is going into effect now. It is legit. It is happening now. We got the refrigerated going first. Now we have the flatbed. So now we're all on that path to success. All right, you guys, if you have any questions on any of the positions available, please give us a call at 888-668-0698, or you can apply online at drivedecker.com. PC Clark says, I live in Billings. Yeah, shout out to Montana. Billings, Montana. Now, the one thing is, yeah. So the one thing is, if you are interested in coming aboard to Decker, in Montana, you do need to leave the tractor and trailer in Missoula on your home time. Billings may be an exception, and so we're doing some checking on that. Billings is probably an exception. Usually parking at a secured location, you should be fine just because of the distance from Billings to Missoula on your home time. And yes, we've got freight around it to get you home. So we'll do some checking on that. PC Clark, if you want to give us a call at 888-668-0698 in just a couple of minutes, then we'll be able to answer some of those questions for you as well. All right, you guys, thank you for being here today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time that we will go live. So that'll kick it in the rear, make sure we're going on. And if you guys have any questions, as always, feel free to give us a call, 888-668-0698. Also, we're live here every Tuesday at noon Central, but we're live on our Facebook channel every Monday at 4 p.m. Central. But this week, I'm frozen again. This week, we will be drawing for our referral bonus, which I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about the referral bonus. The referral bonus is the quarterly drawing is actually happening on Wednesday. So tomorrow we'll be drawing for the quarterly drawing, and the winner will get either your choice of $750 in cash or a new tablet or laptop. So stay tuned to see who the winner is. If you want to know if you're in the running for it, go to drivedecker.com/driver-referral. You'll see all of those who have referred drivers for the quarter. You'll be able to, your name will be in the drawing. So, all right, I will see you guys tomorrow on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DTLinc. We'll announce the winner there. Thanks, you guys. You have a wonderful rest of your day.